Yeah, look, I mean, it's not good news, unfortunately. Visinton has broken his ankle. It is season over, and it means, of course, he is out of the Manchester United tie, which is a big blow. There's no doubt about that. And so I call on UEFA. It's only fair, guys. Manchester United's best player needs to sit out as well. It's only fair. It's only fair.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to your run on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 7, Episode 10 today. It is Manchester United home and, if it means anything, away in the Europa League. And, well, we'll do very well to get anything, to be honest, to be able to... Well, we might get something. We might get a draw at home or something. But to be able to beat them and knock them out, I think it's going to be a big ask, particularly because Paulo Visinton, it is season over, broken ankle, 3 to 4 months. We're in March. That's obviously taking us into June, July time. And... yeah, like I say, it is a shame. It is a big, big shame, but we should be able to get by without him in the league. But I think if we are going to beat someone like Manchester United, we basically need our best finisher to be able to just be up there and put chances away. He hasn't always done that. But I think he was our best chance of beating them, and he is unfortunately missing. So that's that. There is 2 games, though, to catch you up on in the league, so let's go and do that. The first of which was against... who was it against? I can't remember who was it against. Oh, Rijeka. It was Rijeka in the league. We took the lead when Antwi picked out Siraj in the box. And Williams added a second to seal the points. So a really good, solid win this one. We played well. We deserved to win, although they out XG'd us. I don't remember it being that sort of game, to be honest, but they must have had 1 or 2 good chances there, it looks like, in the second half. They were down to 10 men when we got the second goal. Yeah, I mean, Antwi continues to just be brilliant. And yeah, it was just a good game, to be honest. Next up, it was Dinamo. We went to their place. They've mugged us off a few times, haven't they? We've been very, very unlucky not to get a result against them. Let's see if this could finally be our time. We took an early lead when Torres won possession and Palumbo was found unmarked. So we did. We finally beat them. Visinton, this is where he broke his ankle in the 5th minute here, so I'm assuming it was a pretty tasty start to the game. We rode our luck massively, though. It was such a weird game. You saw the goal that we just scored. We were giving the ball away to them. I think both teams were pressing really high up the pitch, and neither team was able to sort of deal with it particularly well. And honestly, we had Priscilla out here somewhere and gave the ball away and their striker missed. We gave the ball away a couple of other times and they missed. This was very much, Priscilla played his part making some saves, but it was very much their poor finishing for once. It was their poor finishing and we sort of took basically our only decent chance of the game. So yeah, nice to get one back over them, although it's a little bit too late for the league title, I think. Because even with that result, there's 11 games to go and we're 12 points behind. Not impossible, but I think we'd all say very highly unlikely. But what it is very, very good result for is the result to finish second. You can see now we've jumped over Slaven Belupo with that result, and and we've got a nice little 7-point gap there back to Gorica. So yeah, it looks as though it's us and Slaven for that second Champions League spot. And we'll just kind of hope that we see them off in that particular battle. Now, we can see here in the league leaders, we don't have anybody really up there in goals. Average match ratings, both our left-sided wing-backs are up there. And Matanovic is leading the way for Man of the Match awards as well. But can't put this up much longer. Let's go and play Manchester United. So we are expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of them. Now, inverted wingers, inside forwards, and inverted and inside fullbacks as well. We are very much going to try and trap them on the outside here and hope that that gets it done for us. Robbie Williams, Reece Williams, not Robbie Williams, has got a heavy match load. Let's hope he's okay. So Priscilla goes in goal. Tosic and Williams are the back two. Doué and Hamache go down the wings. Jakic, Sithole, Kakavanga, Skoko, Akbarsli and Matanovic will be the rest of the team. Alright, so a few familiar names there. Darlow is still there. This is the guy that is at Crystal Palace. I never know how to say that name. Martinez is there right now, isn't he? Or is he at Spurs now? I always get them mixed up. Anyway, Anthony is still there. That's surprising, I think, isn't it? Rashford. Mason Mount as well. Eric Garcia, he was at Man City, wasn't he, a little while ago? I think that's where he came through, so controversial perhaps. Alright, what do we say to this? put on a good display. I think we just play our natural game. There's no pressure on us here. We are expected to lose. I mean, both legs, I would imagine. So, you know, it's the old-fashioned free hit, isn't it? We will make this the first official call for Viewers Player of the Year. So whoever you think has been our best or your favourite player this season, let me know. We'll start to get that nominations list together. Not saying I'm expecting to get knocked out of Europe this episode, but just in case it happens, we'll start and get that list together. It looks as though the Champions League race between us and Slaven is going to go down to the wire. Although, if we only have to focus on the league, we might be able to go on a bit of a run. We see it from time to time, don't we? At the end of a season, we tend to be able to really get the momentum up and finish strong. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, I wouldn't mind the distraction of Europe, if I'm honest. Oh, is that a overhead kick? I thought he was hauled down for a second then, but no, it was just an overhead kick. Don't mind them doing that. If that goes in, then I think we've all seen a great goal. So unlikely to go in though, isn't it? We're doing okay in terms of possession, it must be said, which is promising. It's one of those things, and that's sort of evened up again now. But the thing with possession is that if we have possession, it's difficult for them to score as well. But as I said, they've just leveled it up more or less. We've flicked that away, and unfortunately, we can't get a counter-attack going there. We are playing at a low tempo for now. But that's not really working for us, so we'll raise up the tempo. I've gone back to disciplined as well, just to try and make sure we're as solid at the back as we can be. I mean, we are attacking them, which you may not be able to see behind me here, but yeah, that's probably not great for our defensive setup, as they are putting pressure on us high up the pitch here, aren't they? Due. Can Due thread a pass through? He gets in there for Kakavenga. Kakavenga back for Due. Williams has got a bit of space there. Jakic has moved into space. Tosic is open. We go forward for Kakavenga. Oh, I thought that was going in. I mean, that would have been, and he scored some crackers. That would have been top of the pile, wouldn't it? We've got a corner, though. It's towards the back post. Oh, Skoko on the volley. It's a free kick for something. But a nice little flurry of action there for us. So I wonder, having seen what they're doing to us there, let's pass it into space. Let's turn them around. And see how they like that. Williams gets it wide. Always worries me a little bit when they float up like that. But Hamache now for Kakavenga. Tosic. Sit hole back for Jakic. That's okay so far. If we get to that first, Tosic does. And again, I mean, we're keeping decent possession, but they're closing us down. And you just worry a little bit. That's going to happen, don't you? But we should pick that up again. Can we get Rashford out of position? Look at sit hole. No, we're just... I think, do we need to be more direct, perhaps? Let's hope that doesn't go in. We get away with it. Tosic concedes a corner. We haven't actually made the initial change yet, so let's see how that goes now. Just try and turn them around, you know. If they're going to press us, then just lump it over their heads and see how they like that. As that is pinballs, but again, some brave defending in there. It was Hamache, I think, that got the block on that occasion. Skoko. I have checked Skoko's coaching report. He actually likes big matches. It's not a it's not a thing where he sort of freezes on the big occasion. So that's obviously good. I might have meant to check actually. The other thing was consistency. Why is Skoko so hot and cold then if it's not big games? There's a good ball in behind. Matanovic isn't the quickest, which might be the problem we run into with this. We would really have liked Vicenton, wouldn't we? Can Jakic stop a cross coming in? It's bouncing around in there. We're very much riding our luck. And Anthony has put it away. And late in the first half, we are a goal down. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously disappointing. It had been... Tosic, he got a foot in there, didn't he? And we just couldn't get it clear. And then once you start doing that, I mean, Priscilla was blinded. He had no chance really to stop it. And let's see if what we don't need is a double blow here. We saw we were 3-0 down against Lille and were able to come back and get a draw. We don't ideally want to be in a similar situation here, but here we go with Skoko. Can Skoko thread a ball through? He's done very, very well. Skoko floats it in towards the back post. It's not quite cleared. It is now. And are they going to come back? Oh, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Stop the cross. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. 2 goals in a minute. And that just about takes the tie away from us. I mean, Williams did well, didn't he, holding him up? Tosic might have even got a stud on it. But it wasn't enough to keep it out. And we are 2-0 down. Ah, that is just a bit of a hammer blow, isn't it? Alright, well, we'll get them in. We'll tell them that they're doing okay. And I wonder if we... Okay, let's go with unlucky. That builds confidence a little bit. I mean, to have... The first one was fair enough. The second one's a little... I mean, it's a little bit unlucky, isn't it? We're having a go at them and that goes in. Okay, so... Let's go back and let's just play the way that we would play. We'll keep passing into space, though, I think. And I wanted to trap them on the outside, didn't I? I forgot to do that. Well, that's annoying. Well, no wonder they're scoring goals then. Watch us have an epic comeback now. That's one of those where it's just like you're tempted just to restart because I've not done what I actually wanted to do. Matanovic off the post. He was offside anyway, I think. Let's encourage them. I could have sworn I fixed that, but anyway, obviously I've gone to do it, got distracted and not. Skoko's not having a great game. We do have Siraj on the bench. Our game in between, oh, and that's 3-0, and that is now probably that, isn't it? We have Siraj on the bench, so we'll bring him on. Kakavenga's not having a great game. There's a few that are not having a great game, but I don't think it particularly matters at this point, does it? Yeah, that's just all a little bit disappointing. Let's try a fire up, maybe. I mean, if he gets suspended now, it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's try exploiting the flanks, perhaps. Can we get one goal back? And do we think maybe there's half a chance? Kakavenga, let's just rest your legs. Let's get Bosniak on. Yeah, the game in the league between the two is against Bordeaux. Now, we don't want to take them for granted and assume that we're going to win and all that kind of stuff. But they are a weak side, and I think they've actually dropped into the relegation zone now. Here we go with Siraj to Douay. We go back again. Williams. He goes all the way back to Priscilla. Tosic gets it wide. It's a nice little flick on there for Hamache. Kakavenga has it. It could be his last contribution. Sitho. Oh, it's a save, was it? Or was it off the post? Either way, we've won it back again. Is the highlight going to continue? No, it is not. And we've got a throw now. Douay to take. Siraj back to Douay. Douay floats the cross in. It is off the post that time. And, well, one thing we have done is we've reacted very nicely to that third goal. Now, you could say that's about 3 goals too late to start playing. But it's better late than never. Tosic wins that. Sithole can't quite pick it up. And Hamache will pick that up, though. Gets it forward. Nicely done. It's Akbazli to Hamache. Can Hamache get a ball in? Look at the players in the middle. Hamache to Bosniak. Bosniak to Hamache. Hamache to Bosniak. They're playing their own game. Akbazli's hit the post. I tell you what, we're not having much luck. If the goal was a foot wider, it might be 3-2 here, and they'd be tied back on. Hamache should pick that up. A second half, yeah, it's been much better. The stupid idiot manager that not playing the tactics he wants to play doesn't help our cause, does it? And what's going to happen here? I thought the ref had given a penalty for a second then. Siraj. He's got Akbarsley with him. Siraj, he goes past 2. Siraj, can he go past a 3rd? Can he get a crossing now? This is brilliant from Siraj. There it is, back post, and Bosniak pops up with a header. That's a spotted Bosniak header. And with 10 minutes to play, it is 3-1 now. And, well, we've shown signs that there's goals in us. So, well, let's see if we could get back. It's a good leap from Bosniak. I didn't think he could do that. I thought he was wearing cement shoes most of the time. He's a very good ball player, is Bosniak. I didn't think he had a headed goal in him. Usually not. All right, let's try a demand more. Can we go and get a second goal and go to Old Trafford just the 1 goal down? It looks like they may have shut up shop a little bit here. And that might indeed be that. But there were signs there, wasn't there? There were signs that when I get my tactics the way I actually want them, look at that. After their 3rd goal, we definitely dominated the game. Now, as I said, you know, shut the gate after the horse was bolting off. But still, there were signs. So youthful Jarun come unstuck. I'm not completely giving up hope. England boss is looking at Reece Williams. Go on, son. Not completely giving up hope there isn't a bit of a shot comeback for us in the second leg, particularly if they take their foot off the gas. So I'll play through Jarun. Who are we playing? We're Jarun. I'll play through Bordeaux and come back for the second leg. Alright, welcome back. Now we're getting ready for this second leg. Dinamo, they have a 1-0 lead against Nantes going to France, so let's hope for the league's sake that they can hang on to that. But we have one game to catch you up on, so let's go and do that against struggling Bordeaux. Philip gave us a half-time lead. And it was 2-0 when Della Vavora found Palumbo in front of goal. Before Philip slipped in Turpic to make it 3-0. So really good win this one. Really wanted to bring Turpic off the bench to make sure he got a goal against the team, of course, that weren't playing him when we sent him there on loan. So yeah, Pavicevic was having a nightmare, so it was a very easy decision to make. But yeah, we played really well in this game, despite rotating more or less the entire first team. And you know, it's a good job, isn't it? Now, no need to check the league table. It's all as it was. All the sort of front runners won. So that is that. Let's go and have a look at what we're doing here, though. And in fact, early kickoffs, Dinamo Zagreb have beaten. They've beaten the Nantes on penalties, so that's good. But let's see if we can make it 2 Croatian teams now. It's unlikely, but you never know. We're expecting the same sort of formation out of them, except they've got a winger this time now that I've remembered to force everybody on the outside from the start. This is the team that we are sending out. So it is Priscilla in goal, Tosic and Williams as the back 2, Torres back from suspension, and Hamache down the wings. Jakic, Sidhol, Kakavenga. We need more from him this time, don't we? Siraj, I thought he was brilliant when he came off the bench, so he gets to start this time with Filet and Matanovic going up top. Bit of a rollback, but yeah, Akbarsley's not fit really. I mean, we could bring him off the bench if we need him, and obviously Visentin's missing. So we go back to the strike duo of what, 2 or 3 seasons ago now. So we can see the team sheet. So this Prince Sepe that was their guy they were going to play as a winger, isn't it? So they have changed things up a little bit. Hopefully, no, okay, there's no pressure on us here tonight. Hopefully, yeah, if they're complacent, we can score first. You never know, I suppose, but it's going to be very difficult. I'm just annoyed at myself for, yeah, I said, didn't I? I'm sure I'll obviously go, when I edit, I will go back and I'll either hear myself or not hear myself say it, that I wanted to force them on the outside. So, yeah, it's just I've obviously been distracted. I've gone to do it, got distracted, and then forgotten off camera, obviously. So that's just frustrating, really, because we were better. We were at least they're equals when we get that in the first leg. So if we had come here equal, or dare we dream of even being ahead, then it might have been a more interesting. Let's say it's still 2 goals. Like I say, we score first, they get nervous. We've bottled plenty of second legs. I wonder if we can do the bottling for us, the bottle E instead of, no, the bottle O instead of the bottle E. Is that the right way around? Anyway, let's see what we can do here. It was always a big ask, so it's just an even bigger ask coming to their place of 2 goals down, but you never know. Now we have had our youth intake as well, but I'll show you that next episode once we've had a chance to play the friendly and see who we're going to sign. Early signs are it's a pretty good one. But I always find that once they play that, they always play the candidates versus whoever friendly, that things seem to change a little bit, because usually what happens is that I show you straight away as Hamache got a foot in but couldn't win possession, and that's offside, please. As Krupe has scored, and it looks as though that is going to stand. So that makes life even more difficult for us now. Hamache needed to just stab it away or something, didn't he? Didn't quite manage to do enough, and I wonder if Tosic just played him on there. But yeah, usually I would show you the intake straight away, and what happens is that after they play that friendly, the ratings and whatnot I've noticed tend to change. So Torres actually has played him on. So maybe slightly unlucky there. So yeah, I've decided if I wait till afterwards, then we've had a better chance to look at him, and Tosic wins that back nicely, and then we should get a more accurate representation of what the players are like. Tosic goes back to Priscilla, to Williams, to Jakic. This is looking okay. Can we play Torres in? Sit hole, he can. Torres, what's he going to do? Is he going to have a go? Pull it back in front of goal! Matanovic is there. Matanovic has scored. And it is 1-1 on the night. It is 4-2 on aggregate. And it was really nice, wasn't it? Torres and Sithole ripped them to pieces. And then Torres took his time just when it looked like maybe there wasn't the chance had gone. He pulled it across goal. And yeah, well, there we go. We had Matanovic waiting. So just keeps the interest in the tie for now. If they score again, though, you would suspect maybe the interest would start to fade. I did toy with the idea of sort of going with the three centre-backs, but the fact they only have one out-and-out striker, I think, makes more sense to have... oh, that looked soft. I'm assuming that's taken a deflection. Because otherwise it just looks... It looks quite soft, doesn't it? Let's have a look here. Did it hit Williams? Priscilla's, I'm not sure. He looks like he's been wrong-footed to me on that particular occasion, but yeah. They're just keeping us at arm's width, aren't they? As soon as it looks like we might be just starting to get something going, then yeah, they're just able to go and score again. So there's not been many chances there, which is frustrating because, again, you know, we're kind of playing the way we should have been. I think let's go with unlucky so far. Let's try and get a bit of confidence into us. Is there any changes that we would want to make? Bosniak and Palumbo are definitely options off the bench, aren't they? Siraj is not having a great game. Okay, so let's try... We know that Kakavanga is just a difference maker, isn't he? Palumbo loves a big game as well. So let's make that change. They've made changes as well. Are they starting to take their foot off the gas? And we've got defending to do. Can we get it done? Palumbo's there. Fill it. Forward there for Matanovic. Matanovic for Hamache. What was Hamache trying to do there? He's not playing well anyway, so let's get Villa de Bora on. And, oh, Torres. Straight through, he wins the ball nicely. And again, we're just giving it back to them. Alright, I wonder if we need to be a little bit more sort of direct and it just is so soft, isn't it? They're just crappy goals to concede. And it's 6-2 now. Another 3-1, and there's still a long way to go in this one as well. Cross comes in, Tosic is there, and it's just... There's nothing on that header, really, is there? That's one that you do wonder if Priscilla could have done a little bit better with. Alright, so let's raise it up. Pass into space, just see what happens. It's one of those, you never want to be on the end of an absolute hiding. But if you lose, you lose. You know, we're out if we lose anyway, so we might as well... Jakic. Is he going to get away with that, I wonder? No, we've got to give away a penalty anyway. So, Yeah, that's 4. And we're not at the hour mark yet. So, sorry, Moz from Aussie. He always says it's unacceptable to lose to Manchester United. If I remember correctly, he's a Leeds fan, so that all checks out. Let's try berating. The good news is, mate, we haven't lost to them. We've been absolutely battered. So I think that's probably better and acceptable. And again, oh, Tosic actually did really well to get between the player and the ball. Do we have more subs? We do have more subs. Tosic is not playing well. Priscilla's not having a good game. The problem with that, Priscilla, is that Sakanji's on the bench. We don't really have any other option. Here we go. From the corner. Can we go and get a goal back? It is Tosic, but he's put it straight across goal, I think, there. And yeah, it's just a bit of a anticlimactic way to end the European campaign. And what it does show is we still have a long way to go before we get to where we need to in Europe. There is a part of me that thinks, I wonder if we get a split of the gate, actually. That's just a random thought in terms of money. There's a good ball for Matanovic if he's onside, which is debatable given that he was behind the defence by quite a bit. But he is onside. And I tell you what, given Sidholt is having an absolute belting game with his passing, isn't he? They've both held their run. And if there's one thing we maybe are learning from this, it's that Palumbo needs to play these big games, doesn't he? I did sort of hold him back for he's a mile offside. It's Palumbo. I did, I was sort of holding him back for the league to try and make sure that the league team still had something. You know, we weren't leaving ourselves too vulnerable to a defeat there. But, yeah, I think he needs to play these games, doesn't he? It's a bit annoying that you praised him for scoring a nice goal and, a better pass there, you know, and we might have been in again. But we've got highlight continuing. Let's see if we can go and do anything here. Matanovic just nicked it. Can Matanovic get a hat-trick at Old Trafford? He's done very, very well. He's not going to score from there, though, I wouldn't have thought. Sidholt deserves a goal. He's picked out Bella Devora. Oh, and that is over the top. I tell you what, if we had scored... Oh, no, because that's only on the night. It'd be 4-3, wouldn't it? Never mind. Let's encourage them. I think, you know what? I think losing 4-2 at Old Trafford, given the size of club we are right now, I don't think is shocking. It's not, obviously, you don't want to lose and all that kind of stuff, but Matanovic has had a great game. Torres, we missed him in the first leg, potentially, didn't we? But I think that's... Oh, they didn't like that. I think that's not too bad. So, first leg triumph helps Manchester United pass Jarun. So, we're out in the round of 16. £1 million in the bank, which is very nice. Matanovic ends goal drought. Didn't he score recently? Anyway, apparently he had been 11 hours without a goal. We've got the Uruguayan boss looking at Torres. Now, he has been capped already. And we've got Lokomotiva's boss looking at Philip. You'd think you just watch... Why would you go all the way to Old Trafford? That's a bit of a boys' day out, isn't it? You could have just gone and watched us at home. Anyway, that is that. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new, of course. European football ends. But we'll have to come back for Slaven away because they are third, we are second. That is essentially a Champions League six-pointer. And then it'll be Osijek at home. They are coming a little bit good. But they are definitely in that relegation battle. So that'll be next time around. Until then, guys, I've been Aussieville. Don't forget to nominate your viewers players of the year. You've probably got one more episode to think about it. And then we'll have to vote. Until then, take care.